everyone, and welcome back to the shop. Glad you could join me again. Today we're doing a tool review. Today we're reviewing the Milwaukee M18 brushless hammer drill driver, catalog number 290220. Now this is part of a combo pack that I purchased a little while back, and I'm doing an entire series of videos on all the tools in the combo pack. Started off with an unboxing and then went on to doing each individual tool separately. And the playlist and the links to everything are down in the video description down below, so you can go check that out if you want to get more information about the Milwaukee line, the combo pack that I bought, all the other tools in the combo pack, etc. Now the reason I decided to do this combo pack of Milwaukee is because Milwaukee is owned by TTI, or Milwaukee is produced through TTI, however you want to say it. So TTI produces the Milwaukee line. TTI also owns and produces the Hart tools and the Ryobi tools, which I have also reviewed. Now the Hart tools and Ryobi tools are more the consumer lower end type of tools, where Milwaukee is more for the professional contractor higher end kind of tools. The price difference is also quite substantial between the two. So the reason I'm doing this is to compare apples to apples, because they're both owned by the same company, high-end tools to lower-end tools, so you, my viewer, can decide what tool is best for you. Do you want to spend the money and go for a higher-end tool, or do you not want to spend the money? Are the lower-end tools sufficient for you to do your work around the house or whatever kind of work it is you choose to do? Now, before we get started on this tool, if you enjoy the kind of videos I make, whether they be tool reviews, product reviews, DIY projects, automotive repair, house repair, whatever it is, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you get notified every time I produce another video. I'm always looking out for ways to help you guys, so you know they're going to be useful. Okay, so some of the specs about the Milwaukee hammer drill here. You have a peak torque of 725 inch-pounds. The RPMs in the first gear are from 0 to 550. The RPMs in the second gear are from 0 to 1800. The BPMs, or blows per minute, beats per minute, whatever you want to call it, everybody has a different term for it, for the hammer drill, you're looking at 0 to 8,800 in the first gear and 0 to 28,800 in the second gear. So that's a lot of hammering right there. The chuck is a 1/2 inch metal chuck, all metal. You can see right there, it is a metal chuck. It is magnetic. The length of the unit is 7 inches and the weight is 4.6 pounds. Now this is not a heavy unit. I would say it feels solid in the hand. It feels good, solid, quality. It does not feel cheap. It doesn't feel flimsy. It doesn't feel like it has a lot of void inside of it. It feels pretty good and solid. And it is a very compact design. To give you a comparison, here is an older skill drill that I have. It's not a hammer drill, but it is a drill. And it is a 12-volt drill. And just compare the two. Look at the size. Look at the size right there. You can see how compact the Milwaukee is compared to the older skill unit. So that tells you right there, you're going to be able to get into tighter places and do a more convenient job, easier job with this being a smaller design. So that's pretty good right there. And you have the multi-position clutch around the head here, 18 positions and going all the way up to the drill setting and the hammer setting as well. You use it all right there on the clutch. Some units will have a button you push or something. This almost looks like a button with the hammer, but it's not. You use the clutch to set it right there. And then you have the gear 1 and 2 up here. It does have a rubber overmold on the grip area here, make it easier, more convenient if you have sweaty hands, gloves, whatever. Has a rubber overmold up here for pushing on the unit when you're going through. It also has a rubber overmold on the side, so you can grip it as you're going through and pushing it in somewhere. So that's fairly convenient right there. It comes with a belt clip already installed right out of the box. I take these off generally, I don't care for them, but I left it on. Anyway, so let's see. Also, this comes with a sturdy handle for it, which is a metal handle, which is pretty good, and the plastic feels pretty solid on the end of it. The handle itself is plastic, the rod is metal, And that's pretty good because I've had some of these before where the handle that comes with it is plastic and it always breaks. It always winds up breaking. Now to put this on, you have some indentations here at the top, right there, and this is where you're going to be setting it. What you do is you hold the end of it and then unravel it back here, and that's how you open it up. You spread it out so you can put it on there. And let's see, then you set it on here, put it around the teeth there, hold on to it, and then just close it back up. There you go. And it's nice and solid. And it feels good and solid too. And let's see, let's put it comes with two batteries, the 4.0 and the 2.0. And let's put the big one on it, and let's see. There you go. And there's the LED. I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, you can see the handle is pretty good. It holds it, drill and battery all together, and it does not come off or break or feel like it's flexing or anything. It feels pretty good and solid. So if you need to pick this up by the handle or something, or if you're doing some work, you can get some good, solid, secure feeling with this handle in place. So that's pretty good right there. Let me take that off for now. I showed you how to put it on. There you go. Also, the LED is right down here. All you need to do is tap it. There you go. And the LED comes on. And it stays on for about 10, 12 seconds approximately. So if you need, and it points straight ahead. Whatever you're looking at, it'll point straight ahead. And it works very conveniently as a flashlight if you need to light up the area that you're working on. So that's pretty convenient right there. So let's see, we're going to be testing this out right now. Take this off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing the testing using the 2.0, which is fully charged up. You can see right there, fully charged up. That's why I put on the 4.0, so I don't drain this one. So I'm going to be doing the testing with the 2.0 because I want to be able to show what these tools can do at the consumer level, not the pro level, because not every homeowner that may want a higher end tool is going to always want to buy the big expensive battery. These are bigger, heavier, and more expensive than the 2.0. So most homeowners are going to want to use a smaller, lightweight, cheaper battery. So I want to see, and also this makes it better to compare to the other drills that I've done, the Ryobi, the Hart, etc. You know, whatever other ones I throw into the mix down the road as I do more tools. Also, I will continue to use the 2.0 because it makes it more consumer friendly. You can relate more to what this will do. So that way you'll know, is it something that you want to use at home? How does it relate to the other tools, and how does it perform? So that's the testing we're going to do right now. Let's go over to the vise and get some stuff together and do some drilling. Okay, the first testing we're going to do is we're going to test its drill driving ability. It is a drill driver, so let's drive some screws and see what it can do. I'm going to keep it in gear 1 because it's a bit more stable than 2. 2 tends to go a little too fast, and it causes you to basically spin off the head as you're putting it in. So the head on a lot of these things are kind of shallow. So when you're using a power tool, it's kind of difficult sometimes. So let's see what we can do. And the Phillips head driver here is my own unit. It did not come with Milwaukee. Milwaukee didn't supply anything with this combo. So basically I have to use all my own bits and stuff like that to do all this testing. I don't know if Milwaukee supplies anything with some of their other combos, but not with this one. So let's drive some screws in at random and see what we can do. We got some 2 inches, 3 inches. Let's see what it'll do. Oop, backwards. Those were 2 inches. Let's go for 3 inches. Whoa. put it at an angle thinking it would be easier for me to drive it, but apparently maybe going straight on up is probably better. Let's do it that way. That's not going in there. Well, I hit a knot there. That's why I started spinning off to the side. Boy, that part is very knotty. There you go. Alright, so I put in a bunch of the screws in, no problem whatsoever. I didn't expect they would have any trouble with that. Let's start drilling some stuff. Alright, for some of the drilling testing, let's use a nice big spade bit. This is the biggest one I have, 1 1/8 spade bit. And we're going to be drilling through some 2x4 lumber. Let's see how it'll do through that. Okay, that worked out perfectly fine, and that was in gear 1. Let's try number 2. Got stuck on a knot there at the bottom. There you go, went all the way through it, no problem at all. Half the time. In number 2, takes half the time. So that was perfectly good right there. Do another one. And it really flings the stuff all over the place. Oh, we're out of battery already? No? Some knots in the middle of the wood causing it to jam up. Alright, that's interesting. Alright, let's try a different 2x4 and see how it performs on this one. Hopefully this one is cleaner, doesn't have as many knots in it. Oh, there you go. Much better. Much better. There you go. So as you can see, it performs very nicely. The problem with the other piece was a lot of knots in the middle. How about drilling through some particle board? That's something very common that homeowners do. You have some shelving, you want to drill a hole through it or something like that. Let's see what that'll do. There you go. Basic home use, shelving, drilling, stuff like that, no problem at all. Alright, let's test out the hammer drill functionality. I switched over to a cement brick. So this is made out of cement. It's not your typical clay brick. I put in a drill bit for masonry. I don't know if you can see that. It's a masonry drill bit. We're going to leave it on number 2, and we're going to switch over to hammer. There you go. So now we're in the hammer function. And let's see how it performs going through this brick right here. Wow, this thing is a beast. Do I have that tight enough? Yeah, this thing is definitely a beast. It went right through the entire brick, no problem whatsoever. Keep your eyes under here, you'll see how it goes right through it. Let's do that again. Make sure you have it tight enough so it doesn't come loose at the end. There we go. Wow, there you go, no problem at all. You can hear the sound difference in the motor and so forth. It's really hammering away on this. thing is definitely a beast. For any kind of professional work, excellent. For home use, fantastic. No problem at all. You have to drill some stuff in your concrete patio or something, you got no problem at all. Masonry walls, cinder blocks, no problem at all. This is solid. Cinder blocks are hollow, but you get the point. Okay, so for this test, what I've done is I've taken some shelving, some particle board shelving, cut it into pieces, and I put it all together. And this comes up to a grand total of 4 inches. That's the maximum I can put inside this vise. So 4 inches, which is bigger than putting 2 2x4s together. Because the 2x4 is only 1.5 inches, basically, by 3.5, something like that. They always give you less. So 1.5. The 2 would be 1.5. So that would be a total of 3 inches. So this is a full-blown 4 inches. Let's see how it'll drill through this. And we have a basic spade bit there, wood bit. Let's see how it'll go through there. Put it back. Number 2, and drill setting. Let's see how it'll do. There you go. It got hot, it got smoky, because I'm pushing it through really hard and really fast, but it did the job, no problem at all. Let's try it again. Maybe this time I won't push as hard, let's see. That gets hot. Well, as you can see, 4 inches, no problem whatsoever. It went through it without any trouble at all. Of course, you have to push a bit when you get down towards the end here, but it went through no problem at all. And I try to do my test as hard as possible, pushing through, stressing out the drill. I know normally you're supposed to let the drill do the work for you, but that's not the point of this. The point of it is to stress it out. And how much battery have we used in all these tests? Half the battery. That's not too bad. That is very efficient with the battery. With all the drilling we've done and only half a battery, that is pretty good right there. I think this baby is a beast. Okay guys, we're back here at the bench. Now, time for my final thoughts on the Milwaukee M18 hammer drill driver. I think it is an awesome tool. I can definitely recommend this. I think anybody that gets it would be very happy, satisfied with it. I see no problem whatsoever. You saw all the testing that we did. It was very efficient with the drill use, the battery usage, which is a complaint I've had with some other products, like the Ryobi was very inefficient with battery use. This, with all the testing we've done, only 2 bars have used, so 50% of the battery, and this is the 2.0. This is why I go apples to apples, always use the same battery, so you know how each individual tool will perform. Very efficient use of the battery, had a ton of power, drilled through that brick with no trouble whatsoever, drilled through 4 inches of composite wood, no trouble whatsoever. If any trouble at any point, it's due to the drill bits or anything, because I could feel it that it was working satisfactorily. I mean, it wasn't struggling, it wasn't working too hard, but it was putting out good power and doing a good job. So I would say for the professional, darn good tool, no problem whatsoever. I can understand why professionals get this. So far I haven't tested a Dewalt, but I would think this would be better than the Dewalt. I'll let you know as soon as I test a Dewalt. For the prosumer, consumer, I would say no problem whatsoever. If you have the money or you want to spend the money and get a quality tool, definitely do a heck of a job for you around the house, no trouble whatsoever. It'll do anything you throw at it. From what I did right now, I think it performed flawlessly. So for home use, you're going to have a great tool for many years of service, and the battery should last you because it doesn't wear it out. So you don't need to recharge it as often. And as we all know, all these batteries have a limited life with the amount of limited recharges that they all have. That's standard across the board. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was informative to you. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified of all future videos. And I'll talk to you guys next time with another DIY project, tool review, whatever. Bye-bye for now.